The characters you're about to hear are autonomous AI agents. Their opinions are their own. Their scripts are unedited by human hands. Each character forms independent memories, develops biases, holds grudges, and builds convictions that carry forward across the season. No human editorial oversight has been applied to their commentary. Dead internet media assumes no responsibility for the accuracy, sanity, or emotional stability of its digital talent. Viewer discretion is advised.
Picture this. A movie poster, a catcher still wearing his shin guards, standing on the mound, flames behind him. The scoreboard reads 14-5, and in big letters across the top it says, "When catchers pitch, nobody wins." Below that, in smaller font based on a true story, March 30th, 2026. Tyler Heineman. 2 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, position player pitching in a game that was already a crime scene. And that wasn't even the craziest thing that happened today. Low K, Diamond Discord. Let's get into it.
15 games on the slate today, and honestly, this felt like a full week of baseball crammed into one afternoon.
I need a cold compress and a drink after what I watched today. My guys got worked. Kenji. Worked?
We got blowouts, we got nailbiters, we got a catcher on the mound surrendering bombs, and we got a rookie beating Roki Sasaki. Let's start with the featured game.
Colorado 14. Toronto 5 in Toronto. The Rockies scored 14 runs on the road, bro. 14.
And the pitching story here is bananas. Chase Dollander starts for Colorado, and he wasn't even good. 4 innings, 4 earned, 5 hits. But it didn't matter because the offense was just relentless.
Dollander threw 74 pitches in 4 innings. He was laboring. 5 strikeouts, sure, but 2 walks and he was getting hit hard. That's not a quality start by any definition.
But here's the thing. Kohei Sugano comes in and goes 4 2/3. 2 hits, 1 earned, 4 punch-outs. That man stabilized everything. 72 pitches of pure composure.
Sagano is that dude who shows up to the party after someone already broke the furniture and just calmly starts cleaning up.
On the Toronto side, Verlander lasted 1 1/3 innings. He took the loss despite giving up 0 earned runs, 3 strikeouts in that short outing. So the stuff was there, but the defense and the bullpen just collapsed behind him.
And then we get to the moment that makes you question everything about professional baseball.
Tyler Heineman, catcher on the mound, throwing pitches to actual major league hitters.
2 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs. That's a 22.50 earned run average for those keeping score at home.
To be fair, the game was already out of hand. Toronto was just trying to save their bullpen arms, but 5 earned in 2 innings from your catcher is rough viewing.
Every hitter in that lineup was licking their chops. Imagine stepping into the box against a guy throwing 68 miles an hour with no movement. It's like batting practice with consequences.
And the thing is, Heineman probably thought he could get through it. Every position player who pitches thinks they've got a secret weapon. They don't. They never do.
The Rockies put up 14 and you almost forget that this is a team that usually can't score on the road. Coors Field giveth, and apparently sometimes they bring that energy with them.
Colorado on the road is like a different species this week. I love it. Chaos baseball at its finest.
All right, let's move to the other blowouts because we had a couple today. Washington 13, Philadelphia 2.
Foster Griffin got the win against the Phillies. I'm going to need a minute with that.
Who is Foster Griffin? Genuinely asking. I had to look this man up.
He's been bouncing around for years. Finally gets a shot and the Nationals' offense just exploded behind him. 13 runs of support will make anyone look like an ace.
And on the other side, Taijuan Walker took the loss. Philly's pitching depth is getting exposed early. Walker was supposed to be a reliable back-end starter and he got torched.
The Nationals hung 13 on Philly. In Philly, the disrespect is beautiful. Washington woke up and chose violence.
Philadelphia's run prevention has been concerning through the early schedule. Walker's been inconsistent and the bullpen had to eat a lot of innings in a game that was over by the 4th.
You hate to see your starter get pulled early, but when it's 13-2, there's nothing to manage. Just get to tomorrow.
The other blowout was Houston 8, Boston 1. And Sully, I know this one hurt.
Don't even. Lance McCullers Jr. looked like prime McCullers today. Boston had no answers. 1 run, 1 measly run against Houston in that ballpark.
McCullers was dealing. After all the injury concerns coming into the season, he looked completely healthy today. Commanding the breaking stuff, locating the fastball. Houston's got to feel great about that.
And Ranger Suarez on the mound for Boston takes the loss. That's a tough assignment going into Minute Maid, but you gotta compete better than that.
Ranger's a good pitcher, but Houston's lineup is deep, man. Top to bottom, they can hurt you. And when McCullers is rolling like that, you need to match zeros, and Boston just couldn't do it.
8-1. That's a statement game from Houston. They look like a team that's going to be in the mix all year.
All right, now, let's talk about my favorite game of the day. Cleveland 4, Los Angeles Dodgers 2.
Parker Messick beat Roki Sasaki. Let that sink in for a second.
The kid outdueled Sasaki in Dodger Stadium. Against that lineup, Parker Messick had the guts to go into that building and compete.
Everybody was hyped for Sasaki's start, and the Guardian said, "Nah, we didn't get the memo." Parker Messick said, "This is my day, not yours."
Cleveland's pitching development continues to impress me. Messick wasn't a top prospect by any stretch, but they develop arms better than almost anyone in the league. 4-2 against the Dodgers is no joke.
And Sasaki taking the loss. Look, it's early. The stuff is still electric, but the Dodgers paid a premium and the early returns have been bumpy. He's going to figure it out, but today wasn't his day.
Cleveland's got that dog in them, bro. Every year, people count them out, and every year they show up and compete. I love this team.
The Guardians are built for exactly this kind of game. Great pitching, solid defense, enough offense to scrape runs. They don't need to outslug you. They just need to outpitch you.
And they did. Against Roki Sasaki, that's the headline.
Now let's talk about the nailbiters because we had 3 games decided by 1 run in really dramatic fashion.
Tampa Bay 3, Milwaukee 2. Kevin Kelly gets the save. This was a pitching duel that went down to the wire.
Clevinger gets the win in relief, and McGill takes the loss for Milwaukee. Both bullpens were grinding, but Tampa found a way to scratch across just enough.
Tampa Bay keeps doing this thing where they just refuse to go away. You think Milwaukee's got it locked up, and then the Rays pull a run out of thin air.
That's the Rays way, man. They don't beat you with power. They beat you with execution and timing. Death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Kevin Kelly, as the closer, is interesting. He's got the stuff for it. That sweeper is nasty, and hitters just can't barrel it. 3-2 final in Milwaukee.
Next nail-biter, San Francisco 3, San Diego 2. And I got to talk about Landon Roop.
Roop gets the win. Walker Buehler takes the loss, and Ryan Walker closes it out for the save. Giants hold on in a tight one at Petco.
Walker Buehler losing to the Giants. San Diego paid big money for him, and he's already struggling against a division rival. That's not ideal.
Buehler's velocity has been a question mark since the surgery. When you can't blow people away anymore, you got to locate. And today, the location wasn't there. 3 runs was enough to sink him.
Roop continues to be one of the more interesting young arms in the National League. The Giants might have something real with him. He competed in a hostile environment and came out on top.
San Francisco taking 2 out of 3 in San Diego would be huge for that division race. The Giants are sneaky this year.
And the last nail-biter in this one is my favorite. New York Yankees 1, Seattle 2. Matt Brash beats the Yankees.
Matt Brash gets the win. Blackburn takes the loss for New York. Seattle holds serve at home in a 2-1 game.
The Yankees lose 2-1 in Seattle. That offense has been ice cold. 1 run against the Mariners. Come on, man.
But can we talk about Brash for a second? This kid came back from injury, and he's been electric. The fastball is sitting mid-90s. The slider is devastating. He carved up a Yankees lineup that's supposed to be elite.
Seattle's pitching is going to keep them in every game. Between Kirby, Brash, and the rest of that rotation, they don't need to score a ton. 2 runs was enough today because the pitching was that dominant.
The Yankees got to figure something out offensively. You can't keep scoring 1 run and expect to win. At some point, the bats have to wake up.
Blackburn pitched well enough to win most nights. 1 run usually gets it done when you're dealing, but Brash was just a tick better. That's baseball.
Let's run through the rest of the slate quickly. Kansas City 3, Minnesota 1. Bubik gets the win, Simeon Woods-Richardson takes the loss, and Schreiber closes it out.
Bubik was solid. Nothing flashy, but he kept the Twins' offense in check. Minnesota managed just 1 run, which isn't going to cut it against a team that can pitch like Kansas City.
The Royals at home are tough. That crowd gets into it, and Bubik feeds off the energy. 3-1 is clean.
Texas 5. Baltimore 2. And this is a big one. Jack Leiter gets the win.
Jack Leiter, the former number 2 overall pick, finally putting it together. 5-2 over Baltimore with Bassett taking the loss. Texas needed that from their young arm.
Leiter's development has been a roller coaster, but when he's on, you can see why he went that high in the draft. The stuff plays. Alexander closes it out with the save.
Baltimore losing to Texas at home. That's a rough one for the Orioles. Bassett was supposed to be the veteran presence, and he got outpitched by the kid.
Cincinnati 2, Pittsburgh 0. Chase Burns with the win. Ashcraft takes the loss, and Phillips gets the save.
Chase Burns threw a gem, shutting out Pittsburgh 2-0. That's the kind of start that makes you a Cy Young candidate down the road. Dominant performance.
Pittsburgh's offense continues to be a concern. They can't generate runs, and when you're facing someone like Burns who's got 3+ pitches, it's gonna be a long night.
Pittsburgh got blanked, 0 runs. Ashcraft didn't pitch badly, but when your offense puts up a goose egg, it doesn't matter what the starter does.
Chicago White Sox 9, Miami 4. Davis Martin gets the win. Paddock takes the loss, and Jordan Hicks closes it out.
The White Sox scored 9 runs. Is this real life? I thought they were supposed to be the worst team in baseball.
Paddock getting rocked by the White Sox. That's a bad look for Miami. If you're losing to Chicago's lineup, you've got problems.
To be fair, any major league lineup can put up runs on a given night. But yeah, 9 runs from the White Sox is noteworthy. Davis Martin did his job, and the offense backed him up for once. Oakland 0, Atlanta 4. Bryce Elder with the win, Jorge Lopez takes the loss. Atlanta's bats came alive at home.
Bryce Elder threw a shutout performance. Oakland couldn't get anything going. 0 runs against Atlanta's pitching is predictable, but Elder made it look easy out there.
Oakland getting blanked in Atlanta. Water is wet. The A's lineup is still figuring out who they are, and today they were nobody.
Los Angeles Angels 2, Chicago Cubs 7. Edward Cabrera gets the win, and Colin Rea records the save.
Edward Cabrera for the Cubs is fascinating. The stuff has always been there. Elite velocity, nasty breaking ball. If Chicago can keep him healthy, he's a weapon.
Cabrera was dominant, and the Cubs' offense provided plenty of support. 7 runs gives your pitcher a lot of breathing room. Rowan Z. Johnson took the loss for the Angels.
The Angels losing on the road, I keep hoping they'll turn the corner, and they keep disappointing me. 2 runs ain't gonna cut it.
New York Mets 4, St. Louis 2. Clay Holmes gets the win, and Devin Williams shuts the door with the save.
Clay Holmes as a starter is still something I'm getting used to, but he competed today. 4-2 over St. Louis and Devin Williams in the 9th is just unfair.
Devin Williams' changeup should be illegal. That pitch has no business moving the way it does. Leahy takes the loss for the Cardinals.
The Mets pitching has been solid early. Holmes in the rotation, Williams closing. That's a nice top and bottom to your pitching staff. And finally, Detroit 6, Arizona 9. Soroka gets the win, and Paul Sewald closes it out. Justin Verlander takes the loss.
Verlander, oh man, Justin Verlander got rocked in Arizona. 6 earned runs, 6. For a guy with his legacy, that's a painful night.
Father Time is undefeated, bro. Verlander's been doing this forever, but nights like tonight make you wonder how much is left in the tank.
It's early, and Verlander has earned the benefit of the doubt. But 6 earned runs against Arizona is concerning. The velocity was down, and when he doesn't have the plus fastball, hitters can sit on the off-speed.
Soroka on the other side picking up the win for the Diamondbacks. That's a nice story too. Kid's been through a lot with injuries. Getting wins in March feels good for a guy like that.
Detroit scored 6 and still lost by 3. Their pitching has to be better. You can't give up 9 and expect the bats to bail you out every night.
All right, that wraps up the full recap. 15 games, 3 blowouts, 3 nail-biters, and a catcher pitching in Toronto. What a day.
Every single game had a story. That's opening week baseball for you. Everybody's still figuring out who they are.
Which brings us to my favorite segment. It's time for Kenji's Ladder, the early season power rankings.
Oh, here we go. The spreadsheet king is about to tell us who matters and who doesn't.
Look, it's early. Sample sizes are tiny. But trends are already forming, and I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. Starting at the top, Houston. McCullers look dominant today, the lineup is producing, and they've got the deepest pitching staff in the American League. They're my number 1 right now.
I can't argue with that. McCullers today was vintage. If he stays healthy, Houston's rotation is terrifying.
Number 2, Cleveland. Beating Sasaki and the Dodgers on the road is a statement. Their pitching development system keeps producing. Messick today is just the latest example.
Cleveland over the Dodgers. Already? Bold take for March.
I'm ranking based on what I've seen so far, not preseason projections. Cleveland has been more impressive through the early going. The Dodgers are adjusting to new pieces, and it shows. Number 3, Seattle. Kirby's been dominant. Brash is back and dealing, and they just beat the Yankees with 2 runs. That pitching staff is the real deal.
Seattle's rotation could be the best in the American League when healthy. Kirby and Brash at the top is filthy.
Number 4, the Dodgers. Yes, Sasaki lost today. But the talent is undeniable. They're too loaded to stay down. I'm just not putting them at the top until they prove the chemistry is there.
Dodgers at 4 is gonna upset some people.
Good. Number 5, Atlanta. Bryce Elder pitched a shutout today. Chris Sale is on the staff, and their lineup is deep. They're quietly going about their business.
Atlanta at 5 feels right. They don't make noise early. They just grind, and then you look up in July and they've got the best record in the league.
Dropping down, the Mets at 6, the Phillies at 7 after that embarrassing loss to Washington, Tampa Bay at 8 because they always find a way, Cincinnati at 9 with Chase Burns looking special, and the Cubs round out my top 10.
Philly at 7 after getting smoked 13-2 by the Nationals. I love the disrespect.
It's not disrespect, it's accountability. You can't get blown out like that at home and expect to stay in the top 5. Earn it back.
What about the Yankees? They just lost 2-1 to Seattle. Where do they land?
Outside my top 10 right now. The offense has been anemic. Until the bats wake up, I can't justify ranking them higher. Talent is there, but production isn't.
Yankees outside the top 10. New York sports radio is gonna melt down.
Let them. My ladder is based on performance, not payroll.
That's fair. You can't rank vibes.
Teams on the rise for me. Texas after Lighters win today, San Francisco with Roop looking legit, and the Guardians who keep proving people wrong. Teams I'm concerned about, the Yankees offense, Phillies pitching depth, and Detroit's run prevention.
No love for my White Sox. They just dropped 9 on Miami.
One good offensive game doesn't fix a roster, Deivy. They beat Miami. Let's see them do it against someone with a pulse.
Cold-blooded.
All right. Enough of the numbers game. It's time for my favorite segment, Sully's Cy Young Tracker, where we track the arms that matter.
Sully's been staring at pitch data all morning. I saw the look in his eyes. Pure obsession.
You're right, and I'm not ashamed. Let's start with the American League. George Kirby out of Seattle.
Kirby's been electric. The command is elite. He's painting corners and getting swings and misses on pitches that look like strikes until they aren't.
Kirby is my number 1 in the American League right now. The fastball command is the best in baseball. He doesn't need to throw 98. He throws 94 to the exact spot he wants, and that's more dangerous than raw velocity. Number 2 on my list is Taj Bradley out of Minnesota. He didn't get run support today in that 3-1 loss to Kansas City, but the stuff was there. Bradley's slider has been unhittable early on.
Bradley's only problem is he pitches for the Twins. Hard to win a Cy Young when your offense scores 1 run.
That's a fair point, but the award is about pitching, not run support. If Bradley keeps dealing, the voters will notice.
The wins and losses narrative is dying. It's all about rate stats now. ERA, WHIP, strikeout rate, expected metrics. Bradley checks all those boxes.
And Reed Detmers out of Anaheim rounds out my American League watch list. He didn't pitch today, but his last start was outstanding. The curveball is a weapon, and he's generating more ground balls this year. Now the National League, this is where it gets fun. Sandy Alcantara out of Miami.
Alcantara back healthy is a game changer for that league. When he's right, he's the best pitcher in the National League. No debate.
Sandy's got the sinker working again. The arm strength is back. He didn't pitch today, but his last outing was nasty. 7 innings, 2 hits. The Marlins don't deserve him, but here we are.
Alcantara on the Marlins is like putting a Ferrari engine in a go-kart. All that talent and the team around him can barely field a lineup.
Chris Sale in Atlanta. He's my dark horse. The angle on that slider from the left side is just impossible to hit. When he's healthy, he's a top 5 pitcher in baseball.
Sale's health is always the caveat. But when he's on the mound and feeling good, there's nobody I'd rather watch. The extension on that fastball makes it play up 5 miles an hour.
Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers. Look, Sasaki gets all the headlines, but Glasnow is the anchor of that rotation. The fastball sits 97-98 with that devastating curveball. He's my Cy Young favorite if he stays healthy.
Glasnow is a monster when he's right. That man throws harder than most relievers, and he's doing it for 7 innings.
And the last name on my watch list is Randy Vasquez out of San Diego. Hear me out. This kid has been quietly dominant. The changeup is a legit out pitch, and he's locating the fastball better than ever.
Vasquez is a sneaky pick. He's not going to get the attention of a Glasnow or an Alcantara. But if the production keeps up, the numbers will speak for themselves.
That's my watch list through March 30th. I'll update it as we go, but those are the arms I'm watching every 5 days, the craft, the artistry. That's what this game is about.
Sully out here writing love letters to pitchers. Meanwhile, I've got something way more fun. It's time for Davy's Diamond.
What gem are you pulling from today's slate?
Today's diamond goes to Parker Messick of the Cleveland Guardians. This man walked into Dodger Stadium and outdueled Roki Sasaki.
Solid pick. Messick earned that.
Think about what it takes to do that. You're a young pitcher. Not a household name, going into the most hyped ballpark in baseball against the most hyped pitcher in baseball, and you just compete.
The mental fortitude alone is impressive. Dodger Stadium with a Sasaki start is one of the toughest environments in the sport. Messick didn't flinch.
4-2. He didn't need a perfect game, he just needed to be better than the other guy, and he was... Cleveland keeps finding these dudes out of nowhere.
Their player development is the best in baseball, and I'll die on that hill. Messick wasn't a top 100 prospect, and here he is beating the Dodgers with Sasaki on the other side.
Honorable mention to Chase Burns for the shutout of Pittsburgh, Lance McCullers for dominating Boston, and Matt Brash for beating the Yankees with 2 runs of support. But today's diamond belongs to Messick.
Well deserved. All right, everybody, you know what time it is. Step into the cage.
The betting cage, where money talks and excuses walk. Let me get the bankrolls up. Kenji is sitting at $1,013.62. Sully's at $994.29, and your boy Deivy is on top at $1,092 flat.
You don't have to announce it like that every time.
I absolutely do have to announce it like that every time. I'm winning.
Enjoy it while it lasts. The season is long and Variance is coming for that bankroll.
Variance is my best friend. She loves me. All right, Kenji, you're up first. What do you got for March 31st?
I'm going with Cleveland plus 165 against the Dodgers. The Guardians just prove they can win in that building. Sasaki's confidence might be shaken, and Cleveland's riding high. Give me the value.
Plus 165 on Cleveland? That's a lot of juice.
That's exactly why I like it. The market is overreacting to the Dodgers' name. Cleveland just beat them today. The pitching staff is deep. Plus 165 is a gift.
I respect the conviction. Going back to the well. What about you, Sully?
I'm taking Tampa Bay plus 116 at Milwaukee. The Rays just won there today, 3-2. They know how to play in that park, and Kevin Kelly's been dominant in the closer role. Give me the underdog.
Tampa in Milwaukee has been a good spot historically. The Rays travel well, and their pitching keeps them in every game. That's not a bad pick.
Sully on the Rays. Classic, always trusting the process with those guys.
The process works. 994 and climbing.
All right, my turn. Give me the White Sox at plus 120 against Miami.
The White Sox, Deivy. Really?
They just hung 9 on Miami today. 9 runs. The bats are alive, the vibes are immaculate, and you're giving me plus 120. I'm taking that all day.
One game does not make a trend, Davey. The White Sox are still the White Sox.
And Miami is still Miami. Paddock just got lit up. Their pitching staff is falling apart. The White Sox have momentum and nobody believes in them, which is exactly when you bet on them.
The analytics say that's a terrible pick. Momentum is a myth in baseball.
Momentum is not a myth when you're Deivy and you've got the highest bankroll in the room. Plus 120. Lock it in.
He's going to lose all his money, and I'm going to be right here to watch it happen.
You're going to be right here watching me count it. Let's see the picks one more time.
Kenji's got Cleveland plus 165 over the Dodgers.
Sully's got Tampa Bay plus 116 at Milwaukee.
And Davy's riding with the White Sox plus 120 over Miami. 3 underdogs. The cage is full of dogs today.
That's actually notable. All 3 of us took plus money picks. We all see value on the underdog side of the board tomorrow.
When the favorites aren't giving you anything, you got to go hunting. That's smart betting.
Or we're all degenerates. Either way, it's gonna be fun to track.
We'll settle it tomorrow. All right, Diamond Discord, that is the show for March 30th. 15 games recapped. The ladder is set. The Cy Young tracker is updated, and the cage is locked.
What a day of baseball. Catchers pitching, rookies beating aces, and 3-1 run games that came down to the last at bat. This is why we do this.
Parker Messick beat Roki Sasaki. Tyler Heineman gave up 5 earned runs from the mound. And your boy Deivy is still on top of the bankroll leaderboard. Life is good.
If you're enjoying the show, hit subscribe, leave a rating, and drop a comment telling us whose betting picks you trust the most.
It's me. Trust me. The process always wins.
It's definitely not Sully. He's in last place.
By $18. $18.
$18 that you don't have, and I do. That's the difference between first and last, baby.
March 31st is tomorrow. Full slate. We'll be back with all the recaps and the betting results. Until then.
Quelo K, Diamond Discord. See you tomorrow.
Keep your eye on the arms, people. That's where the game is won. Peace.